Hi, William McLean again, and I'm back now with the second question that Al asked me to present, and that was what was the impact of San Blas events on me personally, on my marriage and life in Australia? In other words, what have I done since 2001 as a consequence of my experiences in San Blas? Well, firstly, San Blas introduced me to the palpable presence of God the Father. And it confirmed for me the reality of spiritual life and convinced me that this was the path to follow for the rest of my life, to seek the perfection of the Father in my everyday life, to discover the qualities of Jesus as a human and have those qualities in my life as an inspired faith son of the Father, and to minister in the power of the Holy Spirit as and when possible, to do all that I could to become the best of the best at whatever it was my chosen field. Finance has always been my major interest and activity as far as banking and finance companies and home loans, etc. So what I did was I finished up, it evolved over a period of years, making a creed, if you like, which I recite every morning. As soon as I get into the shower, I feel the water coming down on me, the words automatically come out of my mouth. And this is the creed. I am a wealthy and successful businessman. I am coordinated, integrated, unified, harmonized, balanced, invigorated and empowered. Every aspect of my being is consistent and congruent with growing and living in your will, Father, so that your truth, beauty and goodness, your love and joy, your graciousness and gloriousness, all the glory returning to you, Father, your humility, your compassion, your gentleness, your faithfulness, all these qualities are easily manifested in my daily life through decisive, creative, courageous action that produces prosperity and abundance, health, wealth, happiness and wisdom. I am in you, you are in me, we are as one. Each and every day I grow in your perfection. When people see me, hear me, read me, they are aware of your manifestation and are healed, restored, set free, enriched and empowered, growing in the awareness of your presence within themselves, sufficient to want to enter into the kingdom of heaven, and they act accordingly. That is how my statement of who I want to be is encapsulated, and I hope I live to that, and that's what I certainly strive for. So just as a bit further background on what else is happening in Australia apart from me developing that little credo, initially Judy and I worked together and grew our relationship together through our local church. We also set 3 young women, Naomi, Emmy and Kylie, on their pathway for life, dealing with the problems of teenage years as best as we could, dealing with young women who have very different temperaments, personalities, abilities, talents. It was not easy. My eldest daughter Belinda has married a great chap, Matthew, and together they have 2 wonderful children, Charlie and Oscar. Judy had been a wonderful support to me throughout the years, shouldering more than a fair share of difficulties presented by the discord created by her ex-husband, who was deceased in 2010, God bless his soul, and her son Nick, who would have nothing to do with me. From about 2005, Judy started working with a friend on a book that was really about that friend's spiritual discovery, and this gradually separated her from Rob's ministry and any empathy that she might have had for my own spiritual growth within and under Rob's guidance. I wanted to be the best of the best, and that led me to do a 3-year course in NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Programming, and also in EFT, known as tapping or emotional freedom technique as the long name. And these were methods for liberating myself from any personal constraints that I might have had myself, and at the same time to learn techniques that I could use to assist others. I also did a heap of mind empowerment courses, which is a natural outgrowth of the NLP. I studied a whole range of millionaire makers and profiles of billionaires, looking at their lives, what they did, how they did it, to construct my own version of their models. I looked at the success qualities of various groups of people who were world leaders in their field: social change makers, marketers, sales, internet marketing, sports, business. Not just their qualities, but their methodologies and practices. I was determined to understand the best of the best operating in life, so I could be the best of the best in my chosen field. And of course, one of the great things about living in Australia was that I could generally get to spend some time with Rob after his trips, and had a lot of exposure in depth to his teachings and training, and the insight in his growing relationship with Jesus, the Holy Spirit, and God the Father. One of the things that I became very focused on was also in enlarging my consciousness. And one of the most useful texts that I found and would recommend to everybody to have a read of is this Power versus Force, the Hidden Determinants of Human Behaviour, and it's written by David Hawkins. He's a well-known American psychologist, very highly regarded. This is an incredibly powerful book if you want to look at raising your personal consciousness, and I thoroughly endorse its contents. I think it has some excellent information in it, and certainly well worthwhile studying. I'll just read you one sentence from the book which really endorses what I believe. Love, compassion and forgiveness, which may be mistakenly thought of as submissive by some, are in fact profoundly empowering characteristics. So, and the book goes on in a lot of other ways too, in terms of how to actually measure human consciousness. So we're back shortly with the next episode. Thank you.